know that it's okay to be silly and be yourself and be authentic. Be the same guy on a Saturday night that you are on a Tuesday morning meeting. I think your employees, they see through that. If you're not somebody, if you're not comfortable in your own skin in a business setting, I think your employees will see right through it.
Welcome back to Live with the Hive. I'm your host, Janice Jokkel, and today we have a great community connector who's going to share his story about how he got started in the HVAC world and what he's doing to make an impact here in Medina County. So welcome, Brian, to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So excited to have you. We chose him. He is the front cover of our January-February issue of our Community Connector 330 magazine that's published. So tell our viewers, what do you do?
So I'm the owner of 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning and Benjamin Franklin Plumbing here in Medina. We've been actually a community company since 1932.
Wow.
Fourth generation family now, which is pretty exciting. Which is great. I started here back in '94, so this is actually my 30th year. June 15th of this year will be my 30th anniversary working here.
Wow.
So it's really almost the only real job I've ever had.
Yeah. So I know your journey, but our viewers don't know your journey.
Yeah.
So tell us, how did you get started? How did you get to the point of where you are today? But really, the end is, how did you win this franchise of the year is what I really want to know. So how did you get started?
So back in 1994, I was a senior in high school, and
Here in Medina.
Here in Medina. Well, I went to Highland. But
Highland,
just one
Medina
township
County,
over. Township over. But I was going to prom, and my brother at the time was starting up a heating and cooling company, which then eventually rolled into what we'll talk about here in a minute. But I needed gas money to go to prom, and I just asked him, and I said, hey, is there anything I can do within your company to kind of help out, just so I can make like $20 for some gas? And he said, well, we have this job that's going to be happening over on Hood Road, and I can still picture the house to this day. He said they're delivering materials to the garage, and I just need you to carry everything that they put in the garage into the basement, and here's $20. And the rest is kind of history. That kicked it off from there. I started there immediately after high school, worked full-time through that summer, and then went to college and for business management. And I worked part-time while going to school. So that after I finished college, I rolled right into a full-time position as at that time I was really an installation helper. Was really where I started, and it slowly evolved into installation leader, worked in service, I worked in sales. Over the last 30 years, I've literally done everything within our company except bookkeeping. And you name it, I've done it within our company. So that was kind of everything in an eggshell or a nutshell. Through that journey, we became franchised. We partnered with a national franchise so that we could offer a much higher level of service and guarantees and warranties and better pricing to our customers here. So we rolled everything into that 20 years ago. So we just celebrated our 20th anniversary as a 1 hour as well. We've been working with other startup franchise. We've done a lot of really great things within our franchise and within our community. We've been on different boards for like at the JVS to help with their HVAC program. Tried to really give back to the community as best we can, being involved with like the school boards and school functions. And I have 4 kids that have graduated from they actually graduated from Wadsworth. Kind of spread out all over the county a little bit. But that was our goal, was to always give back to the community. And because of those things this past year, and we've done our company's done really well. We've had great feedback from our clients. We were honored with winning Franchise of the Year within our organization. Out of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of franchises throughout North America, we were honored as the Franchise of the Year for 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning.
And so what do you think that one singular thing that you differentiate yourself compared to all the other people in Medina that do what you do? What do you think is your one singular thing that sets you aside?
Culture. 100% our culture.
Yeah.
We don't lose employees. We have employees that have been there 20 years, 10 years, multiple years as we've continued to grow. What started out as, when I started there, it was myself and my brother and another guy, and that was it. And then my brother's wife actually worked in the office to kind of hold it all together. We now have over 40 employees.
Wow.
And it's a wonderful thing. But culture is our number one thing. We talk about that constantly in all of our meetings. It's not only the culture of our employees, it's the culture that we have with our clients. We constantly preach to do the things that other companies are unwilling to do. Do that one thing that has nothing to do with why you're there, that's kind.
Yeah.
Whether that's
be kind.
just be kind.
Yeah.
That could be something like, you go into a house and there could be a box sitting at the top of the stairs that maybe they're waiting for somebody to carry it down because they can't do it themselves.
Yeah.
And I've worked with our employees to say, don't just walk past the box. Ask them, hey, would you like me to carry that into the basement? It's those little things that go so far.
Yeah.
I mean, even shoveling a sidewalk. We had an employee mow a lady's grass last summer. She was an elderly lady. She wasn't able to mow her own grass. Wasn't a huge yard. But he noticed, like, hey, did you need somebody to take care of your yard really quick? And he went there and he mowed her yard for her.
Wow.
And I was happy to pay him for that.
Wow, that's unbelievable. So going over and above. And when you've got a culture, that's my passion point, is helping companies with their people, is when you go over and above in your company, you don't have to tell an employee, right? It's just part of their DNA.
Yeah.
And when you hire the right people to do the job and they are the fabric of your company, it absolutely, reduces your turnover.
Right.
Like there's a whole multitude of things when you've got a culture that's worth, working there. So
yeah, 100%.
Awesome. So we're going to end today with words of wisdom. So our viewers are from all over the United States, and we always end with words of wisdom that you would like to share, whether it doesn't have to be business related. It could just be, what is your moral fiber? What do you want to tell somebody that is words of wisdom for you today?
Boy, I mean, the one thing that really it transponds not only business but family is don't be afraid to be silly and do things that will make people laugh or that are outside of the box.
Yeah.
If sticking a carrot in your nose will make your employees laugh and get them to do something, then stick the carrot in your nose. And I think so many employees or employers get so hung up on the fact that, well, I'm the owner and I got to set this, rigid expectation. Know that it's okay to be silly and be yourself and be authentic. Be the same guy on a Saturday night that you are on a Tuesday morning meeting. I think your employees they see through that. If you're not comfortable in your own skin in a business setting, I think your employees will see right through it.
Yeah.
And if you're that same guy, no matter whether it's having a social event or it's a business event, you're still the same person.
Yeah.
I think that goes so far in culture building. And be silly.
Yeah.
But be kind.
Be kind and be silly. Do you hear that? Be kind and be silly. That's awesome. We have a lot of fun at the Biz Hive. So.
Yes.
Until the next time, we have an amazing community connector here at Live at the Hive. Can't wait to see you again. Toodles.
Armstrong is proud to support the community and local businesses. As an Armstrong Business Solutions customer, the team at the Biz Hive supports their community through Armstrong's high-speed internet connection and reliable service. Watch Armstrong Neighborhood Channel on Channel 100 or visit Armstrong Neighborhood Channel on YouTube.